Hello and welcome to another progress update for for this project. All right, so what I've done today is I've continued working on the bat enemy. So I've imported the I've created a few more animations for the bat enemy, and I've also imported it into the engine. I've set up the materials so that it uses the Nintendo 64 style shading system where it's got like the three. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Nintendo 64 uses a unique form of bilinear filtering where it only uses 3 samples instead of 4. You can Google what that looks like. I'm not really gonna tell you. All you really need to know is that I set up the materials for the enemy for this creature and create a few more animations. All right, so I'm gonna show you some of these animations that I made here. Some of them are old animations that I already made. I think yesterday and the day before. Some of them are new. So the first one I'm going to show you is so these are some old animations, but now they can be blended together. So one is playing right now. It's flying down, flying up. And now there's a similar one, but for soaring. You can only soar forward, downward. Next one is, well, dead. So this one is intended to be played. So here's a death animation that I made. What's meant to happen is supposed to play this, and then this is meant to stay like that. The idea is that it's like falling to the ground. And another one that I made is a hanging from a sort of animations where it's like hanging from the ceiling. I think it looks pretty good. It's not really animation; it's more like a pose, but in Godot, it's processed as an animation with like one keyframe. All right, so that is pretty much it for the animation and importing side of things. But I did also start working on the script. So I've done a lot of the setup work, but it's not done yet. As you can see, all those green comments are basically the what I have yet to do. All right, so there is a boolean that I can edit in the editor or in the inspector that allows me to decide if I want this a certain bat to be hanging from the ceiling when when it is first initialized, or if I want to just start flying right away. This is the distance that it has to be to the player before it starts attacking, and I want it to ignore the y-axis when calculating the distance. Here's the system for that. This here is for the gameplay area system, which is optional. But the idea is that if the player is within the same gameplay area as the bat enemy, that it'll become active. Otherwise, it'll be false. Otherwise, it will be inactive, and it won't like do what it's like. It won't animate. It won't process in any way, and it won't be visible either. See what else there is. All right. So initialize if hanging on start. Switch to hanging. Otherwise, switch to patrol. Hanging state. Basically, if the player is too close, attack. Otherwise, do nothing. All right, so here's the logic for patrol. So I had this patrol route system, which is sort of like it's sort of like a web of points where you have like a position in 3D space, and then it has at least one position that is like the next position. I use this for pathfinding for like NPCs when I want them to follow a specific route, and I'll use them for this system as well. And of course, if the player is within a certain distance, switch to attack mode. And as for attack, basically close in on player position. If he touches the player, then that we're assuming that the player has been attacked, and it will switch to the hover state, where it's like it kind of recovers. And I also want it to stop attacking if it's been attacking for too long. or state, pretty much just do nothing for a little bit and then switch back to control state. And of course, if it's dead, then basically just fall to the ground and then destroy itself after like a few seconds. And here's a list of all its states. It's not even close to being finished yet. This is like, yeah, basically to be finished in the future, probably tomorrow. I'll probably get to, I think tomorrow I'll probably get to a point where it's like I'll either just finish scripting or I will be in the process of testing it. All right, that is pretty much it for today. That is literally the only thing that I did. I'm pretty satisfied with the progress. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.